Is this winners finals?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going right into it.
Yeah,
Does that mean
we really are here? That means that Ray or E are going to be defending a spot in Winterside Grants tonight, but they first got to earn it. And if E is able to bounce back from that that deleted scenes compilation of a set that we just saw, I've got faith that E can take the bracket tonight.
Can we talk about how Marshall is top 8 right now?
Let's go, Marshall.
How does he do that?
Bowser.
He beat Vivi, Numbers,
Oh,
Riggs.
No. Oh, God.
Why does this man do it sometimes?
Marshall is a demon run ahead of him, but we ain't got no Marshall on the screen right now. It's Utopian, right? And right now, it's been E just juggling right from corner to corner very consistently.
Yeah, no, when I've seen these two play, that's like a big part of it. Rosa already has one of the worst disadvantages in the game, especially when she doesn't have Luma. And Mr. E, we've seen, he knows how to take care of that little star. And then all of a sudden you're this very tall lady, but you know, that has an up B that doesn't have a hitbox.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
As opposed to the tall lady that does have a hitbox.
There's a few of them.
What's the other tall lady?
Zeros.
She's not super tall.
Canonically, she's 7 feet tall, bro.
That's right, I forgot.
She's a 7-foot-tall, half-bird alien hybrid wearing heels.
Her bones are hollow.
Really?
Press 1 for hollow bones.
Hold on, is this like...
This is canon.
This is canon lore that I just never
Yes.
knew about?
I actually just had this discussion with Fang this morning.
Does Ridley have hollow bones?
No, he's a pterodactyl.
It's not a bird.
Pterodactyls didn't have... I thought pterodactyls had
bird.
hollow bones, and that's how we knew that they flew.
He's a pterodactyl from
might have
space.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize
He's
that.
also a pirate.
Yeah, those wings aren't for airlift. They're for swooping through the space goop.
They're for swooshing and commanding the pirates.
Shout out to Charizard's most likely hollow bones.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this
That's
match.
the first and last time you'll ever hear us talk about Charizard, because no one plays that piece of shit.
Shout outs to Bobbleon in the chat. I almost beat a Charizard yesterday. I
Proud
was
of
so
you.
close. But still never beaten a Charizard in bracket in my entire Smash career.
What win fair did we just see? That was Mr. E, right?
That was Mr.
That was E. I could swear I heard the fanfare for
I realized we should have been talking about that match. This is winners finals.
I mean, listen, we just watched like junior intramurals volleyball for game 1, so I'm okay with us discussing hollow bones.
Yo, hollow bone theory.
Hollow bone night?
Anyway, I do think that this stage is going to be very different. The tilting and the way that the platforms work, it's going to be a lot easier for Ray to land. That being said, he's still, he needs to be really consistent with his punishes. Because considering that when E hits him once, he does all of this damage, he needs to basically be doing the same thing, considering that, E's neutral is good enough that they're sort of trading one-to-one in that regard.
Well, the problem with that is that Ray inherently has an inconsistent method of his punishes during the set, because E has been doing such a good job of removing Luma. So Ray has a variety of options available to him, whether or not Luma is with him. So when Luma's consistently on and off the field, Ray has to mix up what he's doing. That, you know, the gap of consistency is just not available to them. And
speaking of consistency gap, a really unfortunate missed recovery right there. I understand E was in the way and you got to be scared, you got to be wary, but the tilting off Lilat, just a confluence of factors, meaning that stock is unfortunately gone from Ray. And this is Xeno. This is best 2 out of 3 for winners finals. He basically, this is possibly his winner's stock right here. And the difference between going into Grands on winner's side and going into Grands, you know, having to fight through another really hard player, it's not a situation that Utopian Ray wants to be in.
Now, just a quick question. Is this Mr. E's first Xeno while repping Will to Win?
I believe...
No, he was here last week.
Last week? Okay.
Oh, but his first, possible win for that, right? He didn't win last week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He might be winning for Will to Win.
He didn't win Xeno last week.
Nope.
But he did have the will
I'd hope
to
so.
win. All this time, guys.
Can you imagine entering bracket and it's like, I hope I get 5th. No more, no less.
Yeah, he had the will to 5th.
Honestly,
yeah.
if I got 5th, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah, but
and that's how you know I'm not a will to win player.
You're a will to 5th.
You're a will to 5th.
Yeah, well, the will to win definitely shining for E. Picking himself up, moving on. He's gonna hold down the fort in Grand Finals winner's side as we decide which animal tonight is going to claw its way out of losers.
I want to talk about what happened to losers. Some crazy things happened to losers. So Marshall ended up losing in 7th place. Jen is going to be facing off against Bankai, which I think we're going to get to see, and that's exciting because of history.
That was the hostage, man. That was the hostage keeper, rather.
Are we just in Stockholm Syndrome? Is that what this is? There was a point where I felt like all my love for this game was Stockholm Syndrome. I was just like, I've just spent so much time with it. I understand it's flawed, but, you know, it's just trying to do its best. It's trying to support its family. I can understand why it's locked me in its basement.
Oh, my God.
Demanding ransom from my loved ones.
So Bankai getting the HK tag. I don't know if it's a Roxas, but anyway. Yeah, this matchup is kind of sucky for Zersuit. Not the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big problems with it is actually something that, like, it shows up, it readers up for Zersuit every now and again. It's that small size.
Yeah.
She has to be so much more precise with where she goes, which actually means that it's easier to play around. When you are a tall character, that back air is like, you can't really know when it's coming considering it's so fast. But when you're a short character, there's basically only one specific timing if they want to actually be landing it on you.
Also, the low profile helps as well. Yeah, as you mentioned, the small stature, but also the fact that Banana can do so much stage control. If Zersu ifs a move, she can get hit by a Banana for free, and that punish will become much more lethal. It's going to be up to Bankai to really mitigate any sort of low ground pressure. My boy's just pressing buttons.
How many times is Dill going to have somebody up B in his face, and he's just like...
What is he doing?
He's mind gaming him, obviously.
He said, Bankai told me earlier when he was giving me advice after beating me, he said half of this game is getting in someone's head. And I completely agree with that. I don't know if you can really get in Dill's head, though. He's kind of a steel trap.
No, Dill definitely, I think Devin can agree. Sometimes
you catch him off guard.
Sometimes he breaks.
Dill is fairly systematic in the way that he plays. He keeps to his flowchart very nicely, and his solutions to problems are very simple. When someone breaks that flowchart, though, it becomes a bit more difficult for him. But considering his flowchart is so strong, that's the main barrier you have to break through to unlock playing Dill.
Question: does somebody still get RCO lag if they get grabbed?
I actually don't know. If they still get grabbed.
Like, so, you know RCO lag where somebody
Yeah.
puts Zersuit up Bs and then you hit her.
Right.
She actually suffers the up B landing lag after getting hit next time she
Really?
lands on the
Okay.
ground. Yeah. So that's why... ooh, cool.
I'd have to say, I mean, if she's getting grabbed, probably say no, because wouldn't she have already hit the ground by the time you get
Well,
grabbed?
right there, she was off stage.
Yes.
Like, she didn't get her jump.
Okay.
In that situation. I don't know.
Very interesting.
If there are any lab fiends...
Smash Scholars, I know
tweet at
Zyvon
me.
could probably have the correct answer to this question, because he literally knows probably everything about this game. I'll be like, yes, Zersuit's F-tilt comes out frame 3.
Okay, that was not frame 3. I think it's frame
not
6.
3. It's pretty quick, though.
Oh.
He gets dunked.
You don't
Diddy
need a
Kong
frame.
became Donkey Kong. 'Cause he got dunked.
More like Duty Kong. And me.
Everyone's got their tank tops on today.
Why do you think?
Hot
If I
AF to
had
this
known,
venue.
I would have taken 2 tank tops.
Guys, subscribe so we can install a sunroof into the venue that will open up and it won't be hot
Oh yes, so
anymore.
we'll get hot New York City sun directly on
Yes.
us, as opposed to
or like
bled
a
in.
main central heating system that's, I don't know.
Or just a big bag of ice
Yes.
that everyone gets to hold. Yes.
Zeno becomes an ice rink.
I mean, it used to be a dance studio.
Thing about
Just deal with it.
Bankai
They broke the
in
AC.
matchups like these is that his punish scheme is so refined
That's how they dealt with
that
it. They
he's
moved
able
out.
to just clutch out these victories very nicely, despite whatever deficit he might be at. I always say that Zersuit is pretty much never at a deficit when stocks are even. Anything can happen. Even her low percent punishes are completely lethal. Don't roll against her as well, because you're going to get grabbed by that whip.
that was just really great awareness from Dill. If you saw there, he got grabbed, and because there was the banana right in front of him, Bankai could not get a running start to punish. And so he was like, you're going to have to jump in my face forward air. You're not going to be able to reach me.
Okay, though, Bankai doing a pretty good job of controlling the skies as of now. Dill just extending his lead, though, so nicely. However, he's going to get caught off the ledge by that down B, rather.
I have to say,
kick.
if you've noticed, the way Dill is playing, it's variation on that flowchart we talked about.
Yes.
He's looking for the early kills.
Right.
He's looking, like, he's gotten so many F smash kills so far. Like, and a big part of that is he's like, I don't want to deal with Bankai having rage. I don't want to have to deal with all of a sudden, he's at 130 and I'm at 40. Like, he wants to avoid that situation, so he's going for the hard punishes whenever he can.
Right.
And it seems to be working out for him, but he needs to be, like, extremely consistent on that, because last game it wasn't enough. It still got caught.
The thing about Dill is that he doesn't really leave things up to chance typically. He will always take the safe damage route rather than go for some crazy like Angel Cortez, Shoyo James type stuff. He will take the safe bet. He'll do the damage. Like he will always bet on the best racehorse, regardless.
But like once again, you notice there, the way he set that up, he's like, I'm not going to go for safe damage. I'm going to go for smash attack.
Exactly.
I think that based on that, some wider blast zones would actually be helpful.
He got the banana at that mid range right there. See, like I mentioned before, one of Zero Suit's struggles in this matchup is that if she whiffs that grab, that banana can just extend the like. Sometimes you'll have her grab him across the stage and you can't punish it, but the banana eliminates that problem completely. Anything at more of a mid range is just punished immediately, and that was how Dill was able to get that follow up. So that's why this matchup not the greatest for Zero Suit. Buckye's still holding his own fairly well. Game 3, back to Smashville once again. Not surprised.
Still holding on to this banana. At the very least, being off stage with banana means that Diddy can't ledge trap you with.
Right.
So it's worth holding on to and just make it back to stage, and then you'll be like, okay.
Still going in right now. Uh-oh, though. That platform helped him out so much. Oh, my God. When Platform Chan comes through.
Was that DI? Could
I don't know. I don't think
that?
so. I think he just got caught.
Yeah. Don't you love it when your opponent gets a critical hit?
When that literally the equivalent of a critical hit.
It's
It's
the
okay, because
equivalent
Dill
of a
can
critical hit.
even it right back up. Bankai has fainted. Send out your next Pokemon?
It's another Bankai.
I think he was predicting Dill running in, but that's going to be his main kryptonite during this set, whiffing grabs. It's just...
I mean, the thing is, like, if he's able to get the grab, that's how he got that first stock, right?
The risk reward for Zero Suit is kind of maximized in this matchup, and more so the risk than the reward. The reward kind of stays the same, but the risk is bad. It's pretty bad.
I think a big part of this right now is going to be...
Uh-oh, again Platform Chan?
way. No.
Oh, okay, good.
A big part of this matchup is going to be... Oh, what?
Oh,
Catching
What?
out of shield punishes. I just wanted to say that. That Bankai is going to have to figure out how to play around Dill in shield, and whether that means grabbing him, whether that means like basically catching whatever escape he's trying to go for.
Now, I like that jab. It's frame 1. It's really good for boxing out, and I'd love to see Bankai use it more in situations where he knows he's going to get punished immediately. He's kind of going for these go big or go home punishes with the grab, and I'm not too sure if that's the correct style.
Well, right
to
now
use
it would
against
absolutely
Dill.
be the correct style.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's got plenty of rage. The line is fully there for my boy.
That dash attack was definitely a misinput that could have been the game for Dill, but as it stands, this is the point where technically either one of these guys could take it.
Wow. One grab is where this ends, and one down tilt is also where this ends, so... Oh, boy. Okay.
Let's not forget neutral air at the ledge.
That's true. Neutral air at the ledge plus flip kick is incredible. Excellent roll, and Dill kind of late to react here, getting hit by that forward air right there.
Yeah.
Bankai a little tight about that loss. Reasonably so. That'll be a nice fist bump right there.
Actually, I think that the platform came around to help Dill at the end there.
Yeah, it
he
did.
got neutral air near the ledge, and I don't think he could have. I don't think he was able to. First of all, like he started to catch on to the rolls, but Zero Suit frame data wasn't able to get the great punish. I feel like if you are confident in that he's going to roll, it might have been worth it just to go for the grab.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we see Dill again just sticking to his guns, following that flow chart of his, and just making it count. He gets the win because he's
Banana trips
with
and he
rage.
was hesitant.
Yeah, he was very
like,
hesitant.
He got the banana trip and he would shield and
It's
then
tough
try and go.
when you know that your next move could be your last, regardless of what percent you're at. It puts a spin on the game quite a bit. Here we have.
Just because he's holding a lumberry, that doesn't help you from fainting. Jesus Christ, that doesn't help you from fainting.
So we have Utopian Ray repping his Moe trash tag.
What are you talking about?
It's just some anime girl with the
How are
tilde
you
at the
sure?
end. Because I'm positive.
Maybe it's an anime boy this time.
He is Moe trash to the highest extent. It's not a bad thing. Despite the word trash.
It's a disappointing thing, but like how your parents are disappointed in you when you come home with like an unwholesome girl.
So this is again not a. I mean, now it's on the other foot. Now this is not so great of a matchup for Diddy. I mean, it's still pretty like good, but the fact that Rosa excels at catching landings and mitigating airspace quite a bit will pretty much put the final nail in the coffin for Diddy if he's not careful.
That
Excellent
recovery.
weight on the recovery. Jesus.
Dill was obviously like, he was gunning for those rocket barrels. Utopian Ray, knowing that, basically waited for the last possible second. And now Utopian Ray might be down in percentage, but he has the stage control, and we've seen what this guy does with it. Oh, the air dodge is incredible, but doesn't lead to the stock end, so possibly not the worst thing in the world. There's actually a point where like it is optimal to air dodge regardless. Like for instance against Diddy Kong, if it's, or like against Rosa, like if you don't air dodge and you will die, but if you air dodge and get hit, you will survive because you'll be further away from the blast zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is something different than I typically see from Ray. He's usually not one to just go off stage to edge guard, especially when the opponent is in close proximity to the ledge. So it seems like he's favoring a bit more of an aggressive edge guarding style today, which I kind of like. I thoroughly enjoy Ray's Rosalina play, and it's always a treat to watch. If some people find it boring, that's, you know, it's your cup of tea.
The funny thing about the way he plays is that when you go back and look at it, when you want to analyze how he plays, that's when you start to really
He's so
see
smart,
the depth.
dude. Yeah, exactly.
He's actually brilliant with just his spacing.
Yeah, he's got layers upon layers. He's like an onion. Did he just do Dill's thing on him? Or was that a misinput? I can't tell. Did he just do the Dill, the up B, just for the heck of it, taunt?
Maybe that was like
I'm guessing that was a misinput, but it was still funny after getting killed. You just slingshot into the air like a degenerate.
Ray is not typically the let me disrespect the guy. Usually when he gets, well, like when he takes a win, he's just like, all right, and leaves.
Win or lose, he's just like always. Ray is always at a consistent 5 or 4 or 3. Honestly,
I'd say he's 3.
He's definitely always at a hot 3. Like he can be tight, but you can't really tell, and if you can, it's a very light amount of tight. Yeah, like I love how much he's been like slithering around on the ground with Rose's excellent foxtrot, keeping the low profile. It forces Dill to stay on those platforms as much as he can because he knows if he tries to box with Rosa and Luma, he's gonna lose. Oof. Trying to read a roll of some sort.
I also want to point out that both of these guys, I believe, were knocked into losers by Mr. E, who's
Wow.
the guy sitting in grand finals.
Yeah.
They're like, it'll be a run uphill even if they do manage to take this set. But
Every
they
time
definitely
Mr. E
want
goes
that
to
run back.
SoCal, he gets hella good for like a few weeks. It's nuts. He levels up like briefly, and it's actually crazy. Shouts to Mr. E. We'll be talking a lot about X set, of course. Okay, though. This is anyone's game right here. I believe one solid up tilt from Diddy could end this game right here. Ray's going to have to find some solution here. Ooh, that could be it. Not quite yet.
The next one of those will do it. These guys now have to be so wary of everything that their opponent has available to them. Look at this boxing game right now. I'm getting in his face.
This could be it.
Oh, he goes to the neutral there, but it doesn't work. He knew that he was going to cross him up, but doesn't get the punish. Now the percents are so even, 120 to 127, but this is like whoever wins the next neutral interaction, that's who's going to be out on top, and it's going to be Dill.
Yep. I feel like Jab could... Oh, he's going back. My boy wants to go back. This is the most emotion I've ever seen from Ray. He tilted his head like in disgust. He was like, let's go back. My boy wants to run that back real quick. There was a very nice tweet that I believe Jake Spear put out on Twitter. It was like the salt scale after game 1. Ray displayed, I believe, a 6, where he basically says F, and then he says, let's run it back. Actually, no, let's run it back is more like an 11 scale. You want to run that back like immediately. Frame 1, just run that back. You can tell my man's agitated.
Yeah, take time. If you need to take time to calm down, and I understand. Fighting Dill can be frustrating.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you need to take a breather and reevaluate like what was working, what wasn't.
Because Dill is hella oppressive. Like, ridiculously oppressive with the way his Diddy plays. He will really catch you on every mistake you do, and you'll feel bad for it. And you'll be like, I didn't even know I was making a mistake there, but now I have screwed up. Okay. Yeah, Dill, but just doing what Diddy does best, ledge trapping. But he's gonna let Ray back on stage, and now Ray's center stage control. Not for long though.
Oh, great footstool there to get that landing mix-up. He finally ends up with a hit of his own. Luma might be back in just a little bit as well.
Excellent job. Yeah, Ray is so good at catching these landings. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It like has to do with the micro spacing that the opponent will throw out a move, and he doesn't have to air dodge. He doesn't have to be super like far beneath.
Oh, wow. That would have been cheeky AF. Because he hit him with the very last hit of Luma and just skyrocketed it up. And one more would have taken him out. Oh no, she slips. Okay, Luma can still act right when she slips, or does Luma like
I
just chill for a bit?
So
I mean, Luma can pretty much act during anything. If they just decide, hey, we don't want her to act while Rosa's on her butt, then I don't know, dude. That first stock though being taken by Mr. Utopian Ray.
Both these guys they're so consistent.
Yeah,
they're
for
so
sure.
consistently in top 5. Not even top 5. They're so consistently in like top 3.
Hit him with that Jimmy Neutron. Got a blast.
Have you rewatched Jimmy Neutron lately?
I have not, but I wish I could. I hope it's
Sometimes you
don't
just
have
gotta
to.
blast.
Sometimes you just got a blast on him, bro.
Show is not good. Does not hold up.
I love how Monkey Flip, when done right, can mitigate both Luma and Rosa at the same time. That's just some top tier option coverage right there. However, this is the trickiest spot for Diddy to get out of, which is in the corner, because Rosa can just keep throwing punches. Luma can keep duffing him and kind of get away with it for a bit. I like this stalling by Ray just to wait until Luma comes back. He's not going to overcommit or do anything crazy. When he's on the ground, he'll do these foxtrots back and forth to kind of catch for a grab. But when he's off stage or in the air, he knows very well to just not contest. Just wait. Wait till your little buddy returns. Wait till your bouncer returns to the club. Oh my. That's a lot of shield
Platform
damage.
pressure.
That's a lot of shield damage.
Oh,
What is he going to do?
Oh no, you're
Drop
coming back.
Drop
He's going back to Luma.
Yeah. That's so stupid.
I feel
Why
like
did he take that long to find a solution?
No, because he needed to go back
Oh,
to
he's
stage.
waiting for the platform to come back. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
that's-
smart.
It was actually a brain blast.
That was a
play.
brain. Think, brain blast.
Really doesn't.
No
involve.
jumps, but Ray safely making his way back to stage.
That monkey flip doing a lot of damage.
It's separated, dude. That was the divorce counselor right there. You're gonna go over here, and you're gonna go over here, and you're not gonna come back until you talk it out.
Wait, who's the child?
KK slider.
Oh no.
Down tilt, back air, extended hitbox off of Luma. Ray not happy about that list. Why is everyone so mad today?
It's the heat. I'm not even kidding.
It's
Have you
the
been
heat,
in New
dude.
York in the
Yeah.
summer?
No, I have. I
People
live
like
in New
people
York
just
during
like the
summer.
murder rate actually skyrockets. No, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, he's really tilted. God, that's the most
No, like
emotion I've
the
seen
amount
from
of
Ray.
people that like just started getting murdered on like a hot day. It's like, I mean, it makes sense. I want to just absolutely end people as well.
Or put him in as like a 2D fighting game character. It's actually hilarious.
I recently that there's like a fruit. I forget the. It's like an RPG starring like a basketball player. And like how somebody makes like the ultimate slam dunk and accidentally nukes New York City. I'm trying to remember the name of this. DeBuzz was playing on his stream recently.
Really?
And
Oh
it's
my God.
actually amazing.
That's so funny.
And it's like, it's normal like Final Fantasy, like dystopian, like JRPG, just with starring a basketball player. It's like Looney Tunes, but with Final Fantasy.
Mr. E's sponsor stands for Will to Win, right?
Yes.
Will to win, Mr. E. Let's see if he has the. I'm going to be the first commentator to do this. Let's see if he has the will to win this set. All right,
that's,
sorry. I apologize greatly. Divin's having a stroke right now because of me.
no, that's just the heat. It's not your fault.
If there was a term stalemate for a Xeno like classic faded matchup, I'd say these two. I feel like these two go more even. Devin can have some Devi stats.
I think that it's slightly.
Can you do it in
in
also
E's favor.
like a deep Hangman type voice?
Well, I think that it's. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're on a good roll here. Oh, that's
Can't do that. Nah, it's in E's favor, but Dill sometimes does it. But like, if you're a betting man, if you're a safe
bet on
betting
Mr.
man,
Got a blast. My boy got brain
Are you
busted.
How many DBZ moments are we gonna have? Is this Dragon Ball Fighters?
I mean, Sage was in the venue earlier just gooning out for some reason. I love how he comes here to just goon out on DBZ, and then he'll go to next level and then play there. I miss you, Sage. Come back. Come
be
mix.
back, bro.
Come mix with us.
he'll be at Smashdowns.
That's good.
I mean, yeah, we couldn't not have an FNY event.
Yeah, it's true. Not FNY Saga, but you know, we'll take it. That's actually going to be coming out, taking that first stock off of Mr. E right now. Mr. E does have one set to play around with in Breakdown Dill, but since coming back from SoCal, he's been doing really well today. I don't know what his bracket was.
His bracket was not easy. He beat Dill in winners.
So going through, yes, okay. Yeah, you're right. Going through the whole bracket, he truly had the HO3K gauntlet. He had you, he had Riggs, he had Helper, he had Jen, he had Dill. So we really went through my boy walked into the house of 3000 and was like, I'm going to take your food, I'm going to sleep
He walked
in
into
your
the house
bed.
of 3000 and broke their
He
shit.
literally came and kicked everything in. Devin comes home, his hands are on his head. He's like, what happened to my house?
Of 3,000.
Well, now it's like House of 2,997 because three of your boys have been
I
vanquished.
just walk up to my door of 3,000, put my keys of 3,000, the house of 3,000, open it.
I feel like
You
every
meet up with
time
Andre 3000 is inside the House of 3000.
you gotta whisper it too, because you don't want to be in your face about it. You just say, welcome to my house.
Why 3000? Why you, Devin 3000?
If I had to guess, it's because you were 12 when you made it.
Correct. You want me to explain
Really?
it when we're not recording? Gotcha.
I would like you to explain it now.
Nah.
That's bad. All right, okay.
Oh.
Here we go. Here's the Dill Mewtwo. Haven't seen it in a while. Coming out now.
All right.
You.
And this Mewtwo already worked out really well today against John Numbers. Granted, that matchup is definitely easier
Not
side.
good. And Dill does not like. I mean, John does not like that Mewtwo. He's even so
Yes.
much as he had to pick up the best character in the game to
I
deal with
think
it.
E is also not a fan of Mewtwo.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a really good job of ledge trapping. I'd say that's one of Mr. E's strongest suits is ledge trapping with that Nair of Lucina's. It's such a solid, and I love how much more Lucina Mr. E has been going lately than Marth.
I do think, I feel like the way that meta has progressed, it's basically, because like I said earlier, how I feel like a majority of the game is either you get ledge trapped.
Welcome back to New York, Tolly. We missed you. We missed you. He got flown out, Compendium Gold Met. Dill threw one out there for him, and that's it.
Yeah, seriously, shoutouts to Tolly.
The will to win has been disabled a bit, so to speak.
No, it's still there.
But as we were saying previously, like, the way Mr. E kind of plays more like a Lucina main than a Marth main, and what I mean by that is that he doesn't always utilize like the intricacies of spacing that Marth has. He's much more of a solid fundamental player, and I think Lucina fits that. Like, that's the glove that fits better than
Basically, I feel like it's like a
in
matter
my
of like,
opinion.
it's like, do you want to be like leading the?
Oh God, my boy teleported right to the blast zone. He was like, I gotta be home for dinner by 11. He's gone. Everyone's missing their text.
He has no
there.
jump.
He's fine.
No, he's not. Yes, he is.
fine.
I can't
Telling
believe
you.
he's fine.
I
can't believe he's about to win this tournament in the next 3 seconds.
1, 2, 3.
I can't believe he's
4.
about to win this tournament. Like,
Chill, not at 50%, my guy. You're crazy. My guy.
are you kidding me? Against a Mewtwo? Yeah, no, I think he still is going to take this game. He's not dead.
Nope, you're
I can't believe he's not dead. I'm not
130,
even kidding.
130 is the Death Valley percentage you want to hit. That was incredible by Mr. E. What a weave right there. My boy weave. However, if he does get grabbed by Mewtwo's massage ball hands.
I'm telling you, I think Mr. E has this, and I'm not saying that
No
because
tech once again, Dill! Press the R button, goddammit! Jesus! That's the set. Now Dill again with the burst fire 5-second explanation of why he lost that set.
I am cursed with this knowledge.
Will to win, Mr. E is your XenoOneHundredFifteen champion. Defeating the entire house. Now it's the house of Mr. E.